Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Divorce Coach Diaries. So, today I want to talk about a little conversation that I had with my daughter that really has me grateful. So, here's what happened. My two high schoolers both had advisory holiday parties, and with those comes a sign up genius. And because they're in high school, the kids are the ones who sign up for whatever it is they want to bring. And of course, there's all the choices that you can imagine. There's drinks, there's napkins, paper plates, there's different types of foods. And I don't actually know what was on this sign up genius because I never got it. My kids filled it out. But here's what happened. So my daughter told me that she signed up to bring drinks and she wanted to bring Capri Suns. And so I said, yeah, absolutely. I can get those at the store for you. And my son signed up for paper plates and napkins. And here is what I love so much about this and what happened later. And the night after the party, my daughter came home and I was asking her about how the party was and did you have fun? And, all just those normal conversational questions. And she said, Mom, and then she named this girl, this girl's mom brought all of these really fancy homemade foods for us. And I said, oh, yeah, like what? And she said, well, she made little individual chicken pot pies and they were all packaged up really nicely, like in these square, almost cupcake holder boxes, but they were the shape of the chicken pot pies and they were really good. And then she made these smoked salmon something. I don't even know if she really knew what it was. I don't cook with smoked salmon, so but she said it was a smoked salmon with some sauce on it and it was really really good. And then she made these little mini cucumber sandwiches and she brought enough for everybody and that was our food for our party and it was so fancy and so nice. And I said, "Hon, I am not that mom right now. I am the Capri Sun mom." And she said, I know, that's why I signed up for that. And she even went on to say, when I'm a mom, I don't want to have time to make food like that for my kids' classes. I want to be really busy doing other things also, just like you are. And here's what I have been thinking about with this. First of all, it's okay if you are the Capri Sun mom because there's another mom who is the fancy food mom. And I don't know this mom at all. For all I know, she is a caterer or she is trying to grow her personal chef business. And she, in fact, does that for a job, make delicious, fancy, well plated, well packaged foods. I don't know. Maybe she just likes it. Maybe she has a lot of free time. I don't know. But for whatever reason, she made those foods for our kids. And I am so grateful for her for that because I am not that mom right now. Now, I had a lot of years where I was the room mom every year and I was planning the parties and I was coordinating things. And that's just not what I am right now. I don't have time for that. It's not something that I prioritize enough to want to spend the time on that. And that's okay. It doesn't mean anything negative about me or about you if you are the Capri Sun mom. And it doesn't mean that the person who made all those fancy foods doesn't have a life and has too much time on her hands. Or, we tend to judge the people who are doing things that we are not doing because we feel self-conscious or we are judging ourselves. And that feels terrible. So instead of judging ourselves, we turn around and we judge them instead. Neither of those are helpful and neither of them are necessary. We can love and appreciate our whole village for what everybody has to offer. And here's another thing that I loved about this conversation. When my daughter said that she also doesn't want to be the mom who has time to make the homemade foods, it was validating for me because often I feel guilty. I feel guilty that I don't have the time to do everything that in my head a good mom should do. And her just offering to me, I don't want to be that mom either when I grow up. I'm not going to lie, it was validating and it felt good. It felt like she was telling me that I was doing an okay job. And here's the thing, I know that I'm doing a good job, but I'm also human. And it's nice to hear it from somebody else sometimes as well. I don't need it in order to feel good, but it's nice to hear. It's nice to hear that the choices that I'm making and how I am spending my time are okay with the people that I love and care for and care about. So, me being the Capri Sun mom also doesn't mean that I'm not capable of contributing something different. It doesn't mean anything about me or my abilities or capabilities or strengths or weaknesses. I am actually a really good cook and an even better baker. But I don't spend a ton of time on that right now because I prioritize some other things that don't leave me the time to make the fancy food for the class party. I am super grateful for that other mom for prioritizing that, and I get to choose something else. We both care about our kids. We both are trying our best, and we prioritize different things. Now, look, I know this is a silly example, but it's really had me thinking. It's had me thinking about the village that I get to raise my kids in. I don't have to be all the kinds of moms. It's not even possible for me to be all the roles and all the responsibilities and all the different flavors and brands. I don't have to. I don't live in isolation with my kids, and that is on purpose. We are building a community around us where we can rely on each other. And if you aren't doing that, start today. Having a village is amazing. So here's something else that I did not do. I did not feel bad that my kids signed up for the drinks intentionally and purposefully. I didn't make that mean, oh, that's all she signed up for? That must mean that she doesn't think that I have time for anything else. I mean, she's right. But I am owning that right now. I am owning that I am the Capri Sun mom and my kids know it. It's okay. I am spending my time in different ways that are also valuable. And especially as women, we are so hard on ourselves and we are so judgmental towards ourselves, and it doesn't work. Judging yourself is never useful. If you are also the Capri Sun mom right now, own it. And if you don't want to be that mom, you can for sure do something else or be something else or contribute differently. That's fine too. We're all fine. We are all doing our best. And that thought serves me. I'm doing my best, and my best is just as valuable as the mom who makes all the fancy food. Think about that. Do you believe that? Do you believe that your contribution is enough. If you have been in a toxic or abusive relationship, you were most likely told that you were not enough, that you needed to be different, that you needed to be more, that it was your fault that these certain things are happening or not happening in the relationship. It's just not true. You are enough. You are valuable just because of being a human. Do you believe that? I believe it. I believe it about me, and I believe it about you too. And the more that we can practice that belief, the better off everybody will be. Because when we believe that about ourselves, we actually show up better and differently. Thanks for listening today while I talked about the Capri Sun holiday party. I want to make sure that you know that I have a free mini session going on right now that I usually charge $99 for, but right now it's free and it's called Save Your Sanity. If that sounds like something that you need, I would encourage you to sign up. Go to my website, megthedivorcecoach.com/mini session and sign up. You will not regret it. Come and find me on Instagram and on TikTok and on Facebook, also at Meg the Divorce Coach. Thanks, friends, for listening. I will see you again next week. Bye.